Idol right here. He got 11 right here. 11 championships. Got the most rings. I was trying to come on back here, Larry. And then my other idol, Larry Bird. See, I tried to get as many as him. I couldn't get there. And then I was fighting this man.
It was a noble effort, though.
Yeah, noble effort.
Unfortunately, you know, my idols, I started watching he was one of my idols. And, you know, everybody talking about my free throw shooting and all that. I'll take it, I mean. The man has 11 rings and 10 fingers. Now, I asked him, hey, Bill, why not let me have one of those rings that you can't wear? You understand? You know, and he gave me that cackle of his. So I said, well, maybe I'll give you a finger then. So I gave him the old finger. So he could have a chance to use that 11th ring he had.
He could miss half of them and still make 15.
The psychiatrist was a better free throw shooter than I was. You know, and so that's how it happened.
Well, Magic, after playing a whole year with Kareem, 100 games, what did you learn from him?
Give him the ball.
I don't know who had the best team, but I know the team in 1960 was a hell of a lot tougher than we were, because I couldn't imagine the 92 team getting in covered wagons for 8 days, going across the country.
What about the Olympic Dream Team this time around? Were you not on this Dream Team? How do you feel about that? And what are your thoughts about, you know, the Olympics and basketball and that kind of thing?
Well, I don't think I would have had any fun.
Really? How come you weren't on that team?
Just because, look at me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So, I mean, just look at me. They don't want something like this representing the United States. Come on.
What's the worst thing you've gotten thrown out of a bar for?
Pushing a girl while my wife having cocaine with another girl.
Yep, that'll
Got off the plane, and I walked in this room. It's like, you know, 80 people, and they're sitting around the wall like a big square, you know, like that right there. I'm sitting there in the middle of this whole congregation, right? And I'm thinking like I'm going to jail.
Nice.
I'm going to jail, right? So what do I do? You know, so sick of that.
And so he comes in, the first time you talk, you have an interpreter helping the two of you?
Got three.
3 interpreters, okay. Right. And you think, he speaks some English, yes?
He said hi.
Okay. Made an effort.
He said hi, that was about it. He said hi, other than that, it was all in the face.
Dennis, so when you are with the Marshal, what do you guys do together?
We basically have fun. We have fun. People don't realize that. You
like
know.
How?
Well, basically, we go like to this private island. You know, we go jet skiing.
You've gone jet skiing with Kim Jong-un?
Oh, yeah. We go jet skiing. We go jet skiing. We sing karaoke.
Get out. Seriously?
Seriously, we do.
What
What's hurting, back or knees?
Yeah, look.
Something hurting.
Check him out. Check him out. Hey. Hey, get it, Cap.
Go ahead and twirl him. Go ahead and twirl him.
Oh, not yet.
Give him the twirl.
I'm gonna show you my move. If y'all ever see me do this, I want y'all to come meet me outside.
I thought about this almost 40 years ago.
Oh, that's my first trip to Hong Kong with my good friend Bruce Lee. He said, come on, we're going to make a movie. You can be the villain. I said, sure. Why not? And I flew over to Hong Kong, and I was the villain. And that ended up being the last movie that he made.
Yeah. It's a great photo, though.
Oh, yeah. It was fun working with Bruce. He was a great guy.
Do you ever, when you watch the game now, which I assume you do sometimes, do you ever think what it would be like if you came back right now? Could you play the game right now?
I probably could. I'd get up and down the court about 3 times and then collapse over dead. You know, I played against Dennis my last 2 seasons when he was with the Detroit Pistons, and he was another player. He was another guy on the team. He was not a controversial figure at all.
He just played the game.
He played the game, and you know, was part of the team.
So what do you think happened? Because he had a complete personality change.
What happened to him?
Yeah.
Madonna. A lot of them don't get to learn the hook shot, and they don't get to realize that if you get close to the basket, a lot more of your shots will go in. They don't seem to understand that.
Point is going to be hard. Nash beat me out twice for MVP. I still don't know how.
How about Allen?
AI, yeah. Ooh,
Hey, Shaq, do you need to get on the couch now, too?
Actually, I do.
All right, guys, get up for a second. Hold on. Your issue. What would you like to get off your chest?
It was this little good-looking David Beckham little guy running around like a gnat, just passing the ball to people and doing this and doing that. He scored every now and then, but he would always beat me out in the MVP voting. And I'm averaging 28-15 without the free throws.
You're not.
And I'm going to the finals every year.
Your best games ever, right?
Yes, it was.
Game 7, 2000 against Portland.
So I'm downstairs, eating my meal, and he comes to me and he says, "Daddy, win." Like that's the first thing that's the first thing he ever said to me. I'm like, "You can talk."
So, anything else you need to get off your chest at this point?
No, I'm just I'm mad I wasn't on Dream Team 1. Mm-hmm. I'm mad they started the Hacker Shack.
Are you really? Because you've always said that.
So the league was sort of maybe in a bit of a transition as Shaquille was emerging, Reggie.
Emerging? I was emerged already.
He was born emerged.
No. Whatever that is. Who was the first pick me word this morning? Not a picture later. Not Alonzo Morning. Rick Smith used to kill me early on too, but
say fake left and go right.
Yeah, fake hard left. Go right the whole time, And just go right. Go ahead, Alonzo. Go right. Go right and give me that dumbass running hook.
I do have a question for Shaq. Can you pronounce Giannis's last name for Giannis, just to make sure the pronunciation is correct?
Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's close enough.
Kind of in the ballpark.
Is that right, my brother?
No, Shaq. Just call me Superman.
Oh, very nice. I like it. Superman is in the building.
People would from time to time call me a loser. Well, if I'm a loser, then damn near everybody else who was playing was
Seeing that they won all the time.
Since they won all the time.
They want to make it
just
personal.
say you got the losing is basketball players in the world, and then you got one team that wins it all. So, I mean, I was in great company as a loser.
Talk about, in your prime, how you think you would have maybe stacked up against Shaquille O'Neal, or what do you think would have happened, you versus Shaquille O'Neal today? Because people sometimes lump the two of you together.
Yeah, because we're both terrible foul shooters. But other than that, Shaquille and I is like comparing me with Clark Gable. Mm-hmm. In this case, I'm Clark Gable and he's me.
What about against the Elijah ones?
He's quicker than I am, but I believe I'm faster than he is. Or was at one time. I'm still pretty bad. Michael Jordan is one of those rare specimens that could have played at any particular time and is a gifted athlete who is using those gifts in basketball incredibly so. So we would say, Michael, as long as you do all those fancy things outside of where we are, that's fine. So it wouldn't have been good for Michael.
Really?
No.
You think he'd have been crushed, is what you're saying?
I don't think. I know he'd been crushed. Right,
yeah. If you were playing today, how many points would you average, you think?
In what, today, right now?
No, not right now. I mean,
because I could get maybe 30 right now, big fella. I'm trying to tell you.
At 60.
Yeah, 30 and 60, you cut that in half. Yes,
Hey, LeBron, I love you. You wrong, man. LeBron, I love you. LeBron got waves, though. Hey, LeBron James, the best basketball player.
This was LeBron James on Charles. He's a hater. What makes what he says credible? Because he's on TV. I'm not going to let him disrespect my legacy like that. I'm not the one who threw somebody through a window. I never spit on a kid. I never had unpaid debt in Las Vegas. I never said I'm not a role model. I'm tired of biting my tongue. There's a new sheriff in town. And that brings us to this Thursday night inside Studio J.
I'm telling Ernie, it started out way down here.
So what will it look like at the end of the season?
Oh, it'll be right there.
You know what?
Got a fresh cut.
Look, how can you do that?
He got waves in the brush. Oh, no. Y'all not right, man. Yo, man. Oh, wow.
Yeah. What? Oh, yo, it worked for real, man. Yeah.
Son, I ain't never. He got one brain. So you got 93. Oh, what, 13 years, 14 years? Oh, I'm hurt, dog. 13 years. Dog, I'm hurt, dog. First the Fat Boys break us
Man, you threw Gatorade on me.
What was your most embarrassing moment on the court?
Mine, I think I was guarding. Mahmoud is what, 6'1"?
That ain't it.
All right, well, you tell me what you think it was, but I'm a
Practice? We talking about practice.
that had nothing to do with nobody was at the free throw line. And I said, look, man, if you don't stop fouling me like that, we're going to be fighting out here. And he was, you know, whatever. And I said, only reason you got that little $5 million a year is for running around after me. And the man looked at me and said what I would have said. Thank you. I think it should be a dress code now. They made a big deal when I was doing it, and some of the stuff these dudes wearing. Come on, man. They were picking on me then, obviously. They let these guys wear what they're wearing now. This should be a new one, because this is out of control.
That's it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you guys smash the like button. Let's see if we can hit 100 likes. And also subscribe to the channel to catch all the new content. We will be releasing daily videos for all of 2022, like I said. And also make sure to let me know down in the comments below what you thought. I will be responding to all the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.